this is Driver. I am going to be showing off a potentially new feature for Bar coming near you. Starting off with, I'll be showing off a new feature that was discovered about Bar. If you are unfamiliar, there's a thing called Impulse. Now, little things like runs, they're rather cheap and they're rather light. Unfortunately, well, something's getting a buff. Apparently people are complaining too much about spam being a problem that I have to take matters into my own hands and buffs the things that actually need to be buffed. So to the end, as you can see, the Suma hard counters anything that is spammable, including itself, if you really desired it. As you can see, this is just me clumping up all the units together, just to demonstrate that it doesn't matter how clumped up they are, they're all going to go flying. Go gadget unit cannon. And as you can see, as soon as a unit starts entering the field, it will start to get a slight push, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger until it just leaves. If it receives too much of a pulse, conveniently, it also is a good garbage collector, as those units get deleted. Of course, this means that there's going to be units stuck in water, but who cares about those? You can always self-D them or reclaim them for metal. To even demonstrate how useful this thing is, hopefully. Actually, I don't know if I had to do a little bit more sweeping. Just to demonstrate how effective it is at launching. It doesn't matter where the unit is, it will always be chucked away from the map. See? And as you can see, it's clearly been sent away from the map and away from being a nuisance. All your spam problems just gone away in about 2 minutes. I'll just begin another one. Just as a reminder, it even works on other mammoths, which are also counted as spam, so at least if anything, it'll just turn into mammoth spam. As you can see, another demonstration. The unit decided to go here, all the way up here, roughly in the air, and then down. Also, because commanders are spammable, they can even be pushed around as well. They are no longer unpushable. Unfortunately, I got this one to land right next to my Armada commander. So that's a little oopsie from me, but as you can see, chuckable commanders are now a thing in Bar. Next, I'll be getting a handful more. This is to demonstrate what happens if a commander decides to, park right next to one themselves, or if a mammoth decides to shoot itself, or its nearby partner. It will send that sumo flying. Did I call this a sumo? Good enough, I'm a renamed victim anyways. I'm getting too old to remember all the new unit changes as well. As you can see, flying commanders, not a problem. You can get them going at a pretty good clip of speed even. This one even made it to this point from right about here. Now, it was at this point when I was demonstrating the replay that I discovered that maybe I wanted to play golf instead. So I just decided to just pull up a bunch of these commanders, which are regular commanders, by the way. There's nothing special about them. As you can see, if they hit these commanders right here, whoops. Let me pause for a moment for you. If this commander that's in the air goes and crashes into one of these, it gets a little boost. Consider it a helpful friend. Unfortunately, I'm just launching them over the other commanders. Now we got a little bit of a hit. And that was going straight to the enemy commander on the other side of the map, but unfortunately it collides with a tree. So it gets bounced. Just look at it go. They don't want to stay still, they want to go fly. And because there's no fall damage in Bar, guess what? There's no penalty for going 300 feet up into the air and coming back down and expecting a soft landing. It doesn't matter because there's no fall damage. Look at that one go, it's a little bit special. And he even met another friend. This one I think you get a little bit closer to that commander, but it bounces off. It goes and hits a tree and decides to bounce off and go somewhere else on the map. At least it's still with us. As you can see, golf is will become very popular very quickly when people realize it's possible in VAR. So consider it. And there's nothing special about these sumos, by the way. It's just a little change. Just to demonstrate how, even though commanders can be sometimes a big problem for if they're spammed, guess what? This still works. Not as quickly as the AKs, but it still works to the same degree. I just needed to move the order a little bit just to get some more clearage. And at this point, it's basically just a case of sweeping up the field with mammoths. Or sumos, or which way you want to call it. I prefer sumos because that's the correct term. The renamed committee can't say otherwise, though. Just look at those commanders. They can't contain their excitement of staying on the ground. They must go flying. And as you can see, eventually all things must come to an end, unfortunately. So that red little commander is actually going to eventually die at some point, and well, that happens. And that's the end of this demonstration. Hopefully this helps people realize that there's a possible way of solving the spam issue that isn't involving damage or DPS or maybe other things. Maybe they just need to think of how you can go flying.